Okay.
Maybe we start there. Can you tell me how do you do remarketing?
Okay. So we have two types of team and who handles marketing. One is acquisition marketing and second is retention marketing. Acquisition marketing mainly focuses on how to acquire a new customer via mainly again via meta ads, and retention marketing team handles entire how we can retain the customers, because we are selling a skincare related product. So to retain those users, we mainly offer subscriptions related discounts. Like focus is more on the subscription so that there's a recurring revenue. And then if it's apart from subscription, we also have like bundle options, so user can create their own bundle, or maybe what we call it as a full routine bundle. So it's not only one single product, you can create the entire routine. Second
10% off.
third is yes.
Mhm.
Yeah. So on bundle, when you try to create a bundle, you get 10% off. Then third is about the email communication and SMS and push notification using Klaviyo. So I mean we have like customers on Klaviyo and Shopify, sorry, Klaviyo mainly. And fourth is about campaign related communication for the retention users. So let's say, for example, we have a Mother's Day upcoming campaign. So we, communicate with the user saying that uh, since you are our VIP customer or get early access. So those are some of the retention tactics.
Understood. Do you ever survey your customers? Do you ask them about, I don't know, what's your skincare routine? What skin problems do you
Hmm.
have? You have a dry skin, oily skin?
Um, I feel no, because our packaging includes the entire routine and why you need to use that product. Secondly, since I mean we are in like our founder has started selling about around 2016, so he has a good amount of data on what type of customer, like which type of customer uh, and which type of product they want.
Hmm.
So he has a better understanding of that because of the you know being in the industry from last more than 5 to 6 years.
Understood.
Yeah.
I see prices in dollars, in pounds. Where are the customers? Where do they buy from?
Yeah. So our primary customers are US based only,
Hmm.
right? Secondary is UK, Canada, Australia, and
Hmm.
tertiary is rest of the world.
So mostly
Yeah.
English speaking.
Mostly English speaking. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
When we think about US, for example, there's a big difference between southern states and northern
Yes.
states because
Correct.
humidity, weather, and so forth. When you do remarketing, do you simply say, well, that's a hot place. Maybe they
Hmm.
need something for dry skin, but somebody who is in Chicago, maybe they don't need something for dry skin. So, do
Correct.
you segment like that at all?
We have not segmented that, but internally, when we distribute a free product, like within our team, and we are a global team, so we had identified this one, like opportunity to retarget customers basis on that. But it's still in the progress. Like marketing team is working on creating a segment, and then specify the email flows only particularly to those segment. So it's still in the progress.
Do you do SMS at all or just email and push?
We do SMS as well. Email and SMS is our primary, primary secondary. and push is tertiary.
Okay, got it. One thing I thought about skincare brands is that everyone's skin is slightly different.
Yes,
Everyone's age determines their skincare routine. So if somebody is in their 20s, maybe they care about acne. Somebody in their 40s wants something that's rejuvenating and so forth. And
correct.
the way we communicate to them about the benefits also changes. Do you age personalize?
Yes,
You do? Okay.
yeah, yeah. So we like our most of the customers are above 30, I would say, because it's like our product range is created based on those, like wrinkle free
Mhm.
skin and rejuvenate, as you mentioned, sleep restore. So mostly, even if you see the reviews on our website, so you will find that the the customer age is above 30 mostly.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you know everyone's individual age, or this is just on average?
It's just average. Like we are working on the user, what we can call it as a uh, user segmentation basis on their persona. So we are working on user personas.
Understood. So one of the things we want to do, and
Mm-hmm.
we don't see anyone else doing this, is we want to take person's first name, last name, address, email, and go to third party databases like credit bureaus and find out a whole bunch of things about them, their age, perhaps what kind of work they do they have kids, do they have a family, and other ones. For skincare in particular, we work with a couple of brands. They have a different product from yours and maybe less products because they're relatively new. So what
Mm-hmm.
they've been doing with us is they said that, look, we really have um, different ingredients in these things, and there are certain types of consumers that are very much into ingredients because they don't want to put anything into their skin that's not good. So um, they tend to be younger and so forth. While, let's say, older consumers, they tend to focus more on what's the benefit to me? Do they know that I'm 50 and so forth? So what we've done for them is kind of took the same exact product and start writing different copy using AI, writing different copy for different age groups. And what we found is that increased their conversion rates by quite a bit. So how much focus do you put on, let's say, disclosing the ingredients, saying that, hey, this is made from only natural ingredients and so forth? Is that a big deal for you, or nobody really cares?
Yeah, we have always maintained a transparency with our products,
Hmm.
and with our end users. So whatever the products you are seeing, each product will have a, like on website it has, like we have described all the ingredients also on the packaging. Additionally, on our website we have mentioned a clinical result. So those clinical results are actual result derived from x number of customers. So what are the number of customers that we have derived from those, that result is also mentioned. So for example, 100 customer, like we have derived that 98% of the customer seen that over the next few weeks, or over the next 4 weeks, they seen a reduced wrinkle lines. So we will mention that the data that you are seeing, that is based on the 100 customers. So we always maintain a, like a transparency, because in US, if you are aware, uh, it's like it's very strict law, I mean, and I like we cannot communicate wrong
Hmm.
by telling something which is not applicable. and that's a fraud. So we don't want it to get in the all the legalities. So yeah.
Understood. One thing I noticed is that many brands showcase, let's say, before and after, and they're very
Hmm.
heavy in terms of showing a picture of a person holding the product or maybe
Yeah.
using the product. Not with
Yeah.
you. Is there a reason why you decided we're just going to go product showcase?
Actually, we have like a CRO testing running, specifically for our top three bestseller product, where you will find before after pictures, and it's only for the US mobile because we are testing that product page, and we wanted to make sure that before it goes live, our conversion rate does not get impacted. So yeah.
Okay, so you you're testing it on US mobile to see if a picture with of a person with a product is going to convert better. Okay. Um,
I mean, we are testing the entire product page, which has that section which shows the before and after,
got it.
and
Got it.
for from how much week you will find the differences. So that.
Mhm. What are those KPIs? So, for example, Meta, you're going to get 10,000 impressions. How many clicks
Mhm.
you're going to get from that?
Um, that I'm not actually aware, uh, to be honest.
All
Yeah,
right. So, how
but we
about
are not
from
doing
click to
for
conversion?
like you're asking for a CTR.
Yeah.
I can give you a CVR. I have not
Okay. So, what's
idea.
the CVR?
Yeah, our usual CVR is between 4 to 6%. Lowest was 2.5 to 3% because of the after Black Friday, everyone like we saw the decline,
Hmm.
but it's always between 4 to 6, and sometimes if we are doing a good amount of spending targeting, then we see about 7 to 8% of CPR.
That's actually quite high. What I've seen with brands is much lower. Like maybe one of the things that are relevant here is how big is the volume? Like how many
Yeah,
uh,
yeah.
clicks is that?
So we get about more than 100,000 views
Uh huh.
in a month, and sorry, like a page view sessions.
That's a lot. Okay. Okay, that's a lot. Wow. When you think about email and SMS, what typically we see with beauty brands, and that can be, makeup and so forth, is around 30% revenue comes from remarketing, and then 70% just comes from the first purchase. So, how big
Mm.
of a difference is that for you? Do you see 70/30?
Our main, actually, our main revenue comes from paid media, which is acquisition, and then rest of the revenue is from other sources like retention mainly. So I would say it's about 80% we are getting revenue from acquisition, and then 20% from retention.
Understood. Understood. When when you think about the problems that you're facing with retention specifically, what problem do you have that you think should be solved? Like, what can I build for you that would be solving your problem?
So it's I mean most like so in retention marketing we also focuses on the CX issues, like uh, customer who has reported issues and then consolidated those issues as an actionable plan for from a business perspective, right? So for example, we used to receive like queries related to products were missing, item was damaged during transit, and then we found a 3PL partner, which is now working really good. Second is about the subscription product, right? So early, currently, some of them customers are still not aware of how to, let's say, skip the subscription, pause the subscription, delete a subscription or change a product within the subscription. Most of the customer does not have a better understanding of how to use the product. If I have a serum, let's say I have a face serum, so when should I apply it? And should I apply it before any cream, or should I apply it after any cream? So queries related to product, how to use Nick and Thriving product. So those are some of the issues which like if we resolve those issues, then retention rate will be increased by, let's say, even if it increased by 10%, it's really good. So it will then become a 70-30%.
So
So yeah.
what we've done for that other skincare brand is
Mhm.
they had a problem of they were kind of thinking, oh, it will take them 30 days for them to run out of the product. We're going to give them a discount. They'll buy it again. And what we discovered through just surveying their customers is that they didn't know that they were supposed to use it every day. They didn't
Oh,
know that it's a morning routine. They just bought the
yeah.
product, put it whenever they wanted. So what we did is we changed their uh, welcome flow a little bit. We said, okay, so how long does it take for consumer to receive the product? 2 days. Okay, so on third day, I want you to send them an email saying that this is how you use the product. You do it every
Right.
morning. You do this much, like I don't know, 10 cents coin worth, and then we saw that they started to get consistency of replenishment, and then we started to get them on subscription
Hmm.
because we knew now that there is predictable flow when they're going to run out. And then that's when we pushed subscription instead of like a rebuy. And on the loyalty of it too, like how do we keep them buying, how do we keep them using the product? And this is where before and after pictures came in. We
Right.
saw that there are some users who've been using the product for 6 months, 8 months, and then we just showed them. We said, look, you might not be getting the results right away because in skincare it's a delayed result product. So what
Right.
you want to do is you want to continue doing this, and we'll give you a discount. So here's a user generated content that shows you the results. Just keep doing it. So we were kind of nudging them before they
Mm-hmm.
even think about canceling. And that helped. I don't know the exact statistics, they didn't share with us, but I think that might help as well. You know what I put together, and this is just an observation for you to read later on. So I'm going to share a link with you. Uh,
Okay.
so from the beauty brand specifically, this is what we heard from them. This is what they told us. We have similar ones for other industries, but this is for a beauty brand. I think you might find some good ideas there too. How big
Okay.
is your email list?
How big my what?
Email list.
Oh, it's in 100,000 plus.
100,000 plus. Okay. Do you
Yeah.
have any problems inboxing?
Um, Not really, but yeah, I mean, we had not faced any issues with inbox. Yeah.
So you don't send that often then. You send once in a while.
Yeah, I mean, it should not feel like, we as a brand are spamming,
Okay.
but once in a while we send down and staying top on the like customer's email address.
Okay. It's like one of the brands we work with, they send 4 emails a week. So that's like too much. That's too much. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, because I will uh okay, sorry. Within like if you're saying 4 emails a week, uh if it's related to a multiple sales, then yeah, it's a spam. But
Hmm.
if it's like let's say educational content,
Hmm.
because product will also even like if I'm using the same product for let's say 4 weeks, then I will also see the different results. So if it is related to educational content, then I feel it can be like reduced to at least 3 weeks so that it it does not feel bombarded like a spam. But yeah.
Understood. So do you already have all of these flows in Klaviyo where you just, somebody purchases a
Yes,
product, they start getting these emails right away? Okay.
that's correct. Yeah, yeah.
Got
So we have a abundant cart and checkout flow,
it. Mhm.
welcome like a post purchase welcome flow, and the subscription flow. So yeah.
Do you have a welcome email that tells them the story of the brand?
Not the story of the brand. I mean, it tells them about what Megan Thriving is and welcome to the brand and everything, but not explicitly we are talking about like a brand. It's more, sorry, it's sometimes about a product or sometimes about the campaign that we are. So yeah.
What we've found to be successful is most brands, and this is e-commerce in general, they send
Hmm.
a welcome email with a video from the founder, and the founder just
Yeah,
welcomes them, says, we're glad, we can help you. We've been doing this for so long. We love our customers, and that establishes some sort of a bond or connection. All right.
correct.
Tell me, when you think about uh, email blasts for promotional purposes, you have 100,000 plus email list. Do you send everyone at once, or do you chunk it? It's like, let's do 10,000, 10,000, 10,000.
So it's mainly campaign specific, and whatever the subscriber list is.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, and as I mentioned earlier, right, we have an exclusive list, like exclusive customer who can get the early access. So those chunks gets sent out first, and then remaining ones are sent out directly.
Understood. Understood.
Yeah.
Do you sell on Amazon, on TikTok Shop?
We are selling on Amazon. I'm not aware of TikTok, but no, mainly because that's not our like uh, like we will not find our end users there. So
You
yeah.
would you would be surprised. There's a lot of 40 and 50-year-olds on TikTok these days.
Oh really?
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. You should try it. There's a lot of buyers in your age group on TikTok. They love it. They love it. It has everything for everyone. So what we find with Amazon, which is quite interesting, and we mostly do this with supplement brands, though, is
Mm-hmm.
that a lot of sales happen on Amazon, but Amazon doesn't share the email address of the consumer. You get
Right.
the first name, last name, address, so you can ship it to them.
Correct.
And what we do is we say, okay, that's great, no worries about it. We go to the third party databases and we find, based on first name, last name, and address, what's their email address. And then we start
Oh,
remarketing to them. And the reason that works is because Amazon's subscribe and save limits them to 15%, I think, the
mm,
subscription fee. And we know, well, maybe not in your case, but in a lot of the supplement brands, they offer 30% off if you subscribe on their
oh,
website. So what they do is they say, hey, we'll give you a deeper discount, come buy directly from us. And this
correct.
feels very transactional because they do it when they receive the product from Amazon, usually the next day. So then they're like, okay, so this is interesting. I get a welcome email for a product that I purchased. That feels okay. And then when 30 days goes by, they get like a subscribe and save directly instead of from Amazon. I was like, okay, so I don't have to pay Amazon fee. I'm giving them a deeper discount. It's a win for consumer, win for me. It's a loss for Amazon. But that's that's how it works.
Yeah.
And we do it a lot with TikTok. What's surprising about TikTok, TikTok actually gives you their phone number. We
Oh,
we don't SMS the phone number, but it helps us find the email much better in that sense. Well, um, I do want to say that we're still building our product. It's
okay.
still it's in testing with some brands. but we want to kind of perfect it, and the information I get from you is very valuable. What I'll do is, if you don't mind, I will try to incorporate a lot of what we talked about today into the product, and then when I'm finished with it, maybe I'll show you what we've built in a next
Yeah.
call, but I'll book a separate call for that. And my
Okay.
understanding, this platform, App Store Research, is kind of
Yeah.
messed up their scheduling system.
That's
So
correct. Yes.
if you mark your uh, session as done, I don't know, can you do that there?
I have not, yes, but
Okay.
I have not marked as attendant. Yeah.
Okay, so if you mark it as attendant, I will make sure that you get paid, and then we
Mhm.
will book more sessions later on. But do save the link that I shared here, because I think
Yeah.
once you close this, this disappears.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
beautiful. I
Yeah.
appreciate your time today. It was very helpful. Have a
Thank you so
great
much.
day. Bye bye.
Yeah. Bye.